clothes and stuff on Instagram. Welcome to the channel today to all of my new viewers, and welcome back to all of my subscribers and watchers today. So today I wanted to share with you my 2 makes for the Cozy Cardi Challenge. And the Cozy Cardi Challenge is put on by the Stitch Sisters as well as Amanda from I Sew A Lot. Both of these ladies all have channels here on YouTube. So anyway, so the challenge is to make a cardigan. So I participated in this challenge last year, and I made a Mimi G jacket. Well, it's supposed to be a cardigan, but since I used a pretty heavyweight ponte, it turned out more as a blazer. And I'll leave a picture of that one right here. And so, but this year I decided to go with more cardigan style type garments. And the 2 patterns that I made were the Olga Cardigan by Rosy Pena Patterns, as well as the Madison Cardigan by Style So Me Patterns. So this is the first thing that I made. This is the Olga Cardigan by Rosy Pena Patterns. It's a really cute make. And I'll leave a picture right here of from when I wore it last week. And last week I wore it along with my Laura dress because the colors kind of played off of the colors in the dress, and so I decided it looked really good together. So, but today I'm just wearing it with a turtleneck and some black pants. So anyway, so let me tell you a little bit about the pattern. The fabric that I used was a knit fabric from Fabric Mart. It has 6 pattern pieces, and it was about it was 30 pages to print out and tape together with the PDF version. It's also available in a larger format, so if you wanted to send it off to PDF plotting, you could, and just get it on one sheet. So, but I didn't want to wait, so I just went on ahead and taped it together, and it wasn't too bad because it's only 30 pages. So it has 6 pattern pieces, and 7 if you count it. She has separate button plackets for, she has 1 button placket for the full-length version, which I made, and she has another placket for the crop version. But I decided to do the full-length version because that's what I wear. I really don't do a whole lot of crops. So I went with the longer length version. It has cuffs on the arms, as well as a hemband on the bottom. Can't see it. Yeah, so it has a band on the bottom. So if you don't have a cover stitch or anything, you don't have to worry about it. It's nicely finished with that, and I really like that. And it the long version has 4 buttons down the front and pockets. The crop version doesn't have pockets, and it has 3 buttons down the front. And I sewed a size small, and then I graded at the waist to a medium. And so I didn't make any other changes except I used a larger button. The pattern calls for 3/4 inch buttons, but I sewed these they were like 1 1/8 inch buttons, and I got these buttons from Joann Fabrics. They're coconut buttons, but these were the only buttons that I could find locally that matched up with the fabric. So I decided to go with that, and I used my Simplex button guide to measure out the width of the buttons. And I'll leave a picture of the button guide right here. So that's what I use, and I'll leave a link to the button guide in the comments as well. So that was my first. Let me see, anything else? The next time, the only thing is, it has a little bit of pulling right here, so I might make it a little bit bigger next time and do like medium for the bust area and larger throughout the rest, just because I usually wear my cardigans a little bit looser. But this is just a different look. But I do like it. It's really cute. Good pattern. And she has a sale going on right now on her website. If you buy 3 or more patterns, you can get 20% off. And I'll leave the code down below in the description box. Okay, so that was the first pattern. The next one is the Madison cardigan, and I'll be right back. So I'm back, and I wanted to tell you about the next pattern that I made for the Cozy Cardi Challenge, and this is the Madison cardigan. And I'll show you full length pictures here. Here. So this pattern I made out of a double knit, 100% polyester double knit, and I picked up this fabric at Savers, which is a thrift store here in the U.S., and they have locations throughout the U.S., and I'll leave a link to their website below in case you were looking to see if you have one in your area. But this is a cream double knit, 100% polyester. Fortunately, it even had the little sticker on it to tell me what the fabric content on it. So I made that out of this, and the pattern has 5 pattern pieces. There's a tutorial online. I did look at the tutorial that she had online. It was very good. The seam allowances were a 1/2 inch seam allowance. For the hem, I don't know if you can see it, if it'll focus. For the hem, I did like this little feathered, like scalloped hem around the whole edge, as well as for the front and then the whole hem. And it's a very, very long hem. So I just turned it under, and then I used the scallop so that it could catch on the inside. So I did it that way, and I decided not to serge it because it's a Ponte, pretty much double knit Ponte kind of weight fabric, and so it's not gonna front. So now let me tell you about the changes that I made. The only changes that I made to this pattern is that I took 3 inches off the bottom of it because there wasn't a lengthen or shorten line on the pattern, so I took it off the bottom. And what I did was I measured 3 inches from the bottom with a ruler, and I marked a little dot all the way around the bottom of the pattern of the jacket, the cardigan, and then I just I drew a line connecting all my little dots, and then I cut it off. I did let it hang for 2 days, might have even been 3 days, before I went on ahead and hemmed it, because in her tutorial she did recommend that you let it sit and hang a couple days, because it's such a voluminous hem that and it's circular, semicircular, it could, you know, drop in different angles. So she said give it a little bit of chance to drop, for the hem to drop before you go ahead and hem it, and I did do that. And I do like this because it has a lot of details. Like it's a 2-part sleeve, and it has nice princess seams in the back, going down the back. Only thing with princess seams is if you use a pattern fabric, you have to be very careful about your pattern placement. Because I was thinking about I have this scuba fabric that has this giant flower print on it, but this pattern would break up the flowers too much. So I decided to go with a solid instead. And I love the way this turned out, and so I highly recommend this pattern. And she has a 15% discount for new subscribers to her newsletter. So if you haven't subscribed to her newsletter and you want to get this pattern, you can go ahead and sign up for her newsletter and get 15% off as a new subscriber to this pattern. And I believe the pattern was like $12, so it wasn't too expensive. I think both the patterns were around $12. But I'll leave a link to the patterns below. And here are some twirls of me on the deck wearing these 2 cardigans. channel. Today, those are my 2 makes for the Cozy Cardigan Challenge. And the challenge goes into November 30th, so you still have a little time to go ahead and get your cardigan made for the challenge. And you just have to tag Cozy Cardi Challenge as well as the Stitch Sisters UK and Amanda at I Sew a Lot to enter to the challenge. And I'll leave a link to the Cozy Cardi Challenge video from the Stitch Sisters below. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.